Hello!
Hello.
Hello.
This is the Paper Towns live show for Bookish Thoughts and Feelings. And so, do we want to just start off with what we thought of the book? Like what we rated it?
Alright.
I gave it an 88% and 4 1/4 stars.
I gave it 4 stars.
I gave it a full 5 stars.
Wow, you liked it a lot more than that.
Yeah.
And then let's just say like what we thought in general of the book, and then we can go into our specifics. Do you want me to start again?
Yeah, you can start.
I enjoyed it a lot. It was really fun. I expected that from John Green because I read Tifios last year before the movie came out, and I really enjoyed it. So I enjoyed it, but it made me cry, not in the enjoying. Oh yeah, but I knew it would sort of have the same similar feel, and I liked the writing style and everything like that. So it was a lot of fun.
I didn't expect to like this nearly as much as I did. It's my first John Green book, so I didn't really know what his writing style was like, and I really like his writing style. I just knew that all of the young adult fiction books that I'd read, I wasn't crazy about, but I really liked this. So
I did read The Fault in Our Stars before this. This was a reread this year, and I read it last year. And I remember just liking the adventure mystery aspect of it, because The Fault in Our Stars was just tragic romance, and this was kind of. I was expecting something similar to that, and I got something that was really, really different. But at the same time, it was kind of the same in the feel.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading it out. I think that they just sort of had different feels, but at the same time, you could understand how they could be written by the same person. You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay, so do we just want to start off with what we thought of each of the different aspects?
Okay.
We'll start with characters. I really liked the characters. A lot of them were really well rounded because there was all the different aspects of them, and they were really thought out. But how the friend, I don't remember his name.
which one?
His family had the largest collection of Black
Yeah.
Santas.
Oh, Radar. Yeah.
Yeah, Radar, and that was really great. How you saw that play into the story, and then Ben, how he had this whole backstory about all that stuff, and I just felt like Margot's character wasn't as well as I would have liked, just because the whole mystery is to find out where Margot is and to find Margot and all that, but at the end it's well, I guess we never really knew Margot at all.
Yeah, the thing is, I think he did that on purpose. I think he purposely made her flat because it's he doesn't know who Margot is. She's just kind of this sort of fake person. And then at the very end, he finally knows her.
Yeah, but at the same time he said he didn't know her at the end, and I understand why she would be flat, but it was we've been through this whole book trying to find her, and then we don't know anything about her.
Yeah, I have to say I wasn't very satisfied with the ending.
Yeah.
Especially I reread it and I felt a little bit better about it, but the first time reading the ending, I just wasn't satisfied with it. But yeah, I really like the characters. I think they're very round. I yeah.
What do you think, Sam?
I basically what you guys were saying, yeah, pretty much. I thought we kind of have more of a bigger cast of characters than in his other books that I've read, and I feel like they are kind of more all over the place instead of just kind of centered around
One thing.
similar things.
They've all got different personalities.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want
Okay.
to talk about plot now? I'll start us off by saying I liked the plot because it Like, at the beginning, it didn't seem like the plot was really going anywhere, like, didn't have the whole plot arc. Then you got to the end, and it took it back to the beginning, and I was like, oh, I liked that. And I liked how it sort of came full circle. And I liked when plots do that, even if they're really sad, like Lost. Just kidding. No.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Watch Lost. No, I was really sad about that. But I really liked it, and I really liked the road trip aspect of it in the book. And because it's road trips are always fun, guys.
Yeah.
And it was funny because they had to get there in a certain amount of time, or else she would be gone. And then, then they had to like make all the quick stops, and it was like, okay, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this, you're gonna go pee, you're gonna go to this food, and memorize it. Tell me what you need to get. Tell me what you need to get, and then they had to like list off everything they needed to get, and then they were like set up and ready to jump out of the car right once they got there.
That's
And
like my family whenever we go to New York.
I just really liked that whole aspect of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I really liked how it had the like each hour, you know, instead of like having different chapters, like that whole part of the book was just hour 1, hour 2, hour 3, you know, and yeah, the fact that they were like, they went right from graduation and they had all decided to, what?
They were like, sorry, I can't go to graduation. Can't
Well,
wait
and
to
also that they had all decided to be naked under their graduation robe things.
Oh, and then how Radar, he was getting Radar a shirt and he didn't even look at them.
Oh yeah.
Sarah does not hate.
I noticed that like during the road trip, they almost never mention Margot, and the one time they do start to talk about her before the end, they just get almost hit a cow, and then they get
Yeah.
distracted.
And it's like, oh, I can't think about Margot anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then let's talk about setting. Like, I felt like there wasn't that much describing of setting. Like, I would have liked a bit more. Because, like, I don't know, you got a feel for it, but at the same time, there wasn't much description of it, you know what I mean? Like, you understood where he lived and the setting, but there wasn't as much describing needed just because of how he described it.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Like,
What do you think?
What?
What'd you think of it?
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of get that it because it's supposed to be like what's it called where he lives? Something.
Orlando, doesn't he?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's Orlando.
It's near Orlando. Yeah. It's sort of, you know, like Margot calls it a paper town in the beginning. So I think it's that, you know, it's just very bland, you know.
Yeah, and then, like, I liked how they went up to, like, the roof thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you can understand it. What do you think of the setting?
I feel like you said, the lack of setting, it's kind of a reflection on how Quentin doesn't really have much more of a liking for Orlando than Margot does.
Yeah, but at the same time, there is setting, which it's sort of a contradiction.
But there's
Like,
no like unnecessary, like everything that is talked about is strictly what's needed and nothing more.
That's the perfect way to put it. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's what I would say. So do we want to talk about the writing now? I really like the writing. John Green, he never disappoints. It's always really fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't read any of his other books, but I really liked his writing style in this one because it was very like modern, but it was still very eloquent, you know. And there aren't that many books like that nowadays, in my opinion, at least. So, yeah.
And he like brings around these points of like these references and philosophies that are constant recurring themes throughout the book.
Mhm.
And one thing, like, you guys notice how in the road trip it switches to present tense and before it was past tense?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It also does that when they're in the mini mall, right?
Yeah, I noticed that this second time, like, it switches to current tense when they're looking, like when they're in an intense part of the search, and so,
Yeah. And then for the rest of the book, while they're on the road trip, it's in present tense.
yeah.
What?
And that's one of the reasons why the ending isn't very reassuring, because it's spoken in present tense. He's saying like what's going to happen next. That's how I felt. And so that's why I was a little
No,
more
but
like at peace with the movie ending, even though
no.
it was like, I don't know.
That.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
But, no, but like you told me, Peter, I think that like it changes in the last third of the book. Like part 3 has a different sort of setup to it, and I was like 10 pages in at that point. And I was really worried that I wouldn't like it because it switched and everything, and I was like, no. And then I got to it, and I was like, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I didn't even really notice, but I liked it.
It like gives a very like you don't notice it unless you're looking for it, but it does kind of change the feel a little bit.
Yeah. And then do we want to talk about how much we enjoyed it? I had fun with it, and I had to put it down a lot more than I was expecting to, so I didn't really like that part of it just because I didn't want to put it down. I wanted to read it all at once, but I really enjoyed it, and I got to see it on opening day, so that was fun.
yeah, I remember that when I was like, I think I had gotten to the third part of the story, and it was getting almost late, so I was like, all right, soon I should put this down and I'll go to bed. And then I found myself still reading it, and then it was like, about midnight.
5 hours later.
On the earlier side, and I had finished it. I was like, welp, there goes that. So, but yeah, it was very intense towards the end.
Yeah.
And when they were in the mini mall, I couldn't put that part down either. It was just,
When I read it, like it was one of those books where you read it and then you don't really think much of it, and then like 3 months later you realize that it was an amazing book.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I still, yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
It like keeps you thinking.
Yeah. Now, what was your favorite part? I have to say, I liked the road trip, so I would probably say that section was my favorite. I don't know. Yeah, probably.
I don't know my absolute favorite part, but Bridget, you probably know what I'm going to talk about, considering all of the text messages I've been sending you with
Oh,
the
yeah.
yes in them. When Ben was drunk at the party and he was going yes, and then his hand got stuck to the soda can like.
Yeah, and then he wakes up and he's like, why is this on my hands? And then
Yeah.
he's like, well, you super glued yourself to it so you wouldn't be able to get taken away. And he was like, oh. Yeah, that part was funny.
Also, when he went on Omnictionary and it said like whatever was Aglo will have a population of 1 until this date, I was like, wait, that's Margot the spelling. Like while I was reading it, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's like that part right there where he sees it. That's like where it gets real for me. So
Yeah, I don't know if that part was supposed to be funny, but I like burst out laughing when I read
Oh
it.
my god, we can tell it's Marco.
Because like she's talking about like how she loves like spelling things in the middle of sentences, and then you just read it.
The letters in the middle of the sentence.
Yeah, yeah.
What was your favorite part, Sam?
road trip. I also did really like the parts with the mini mall
Yeah.
because I thought that she was going to like pop out and then she didn't, and then
Yeah.
When I first read it, I was afraid she was going to be dead.
I
Like,
didn't.
well, like I don't know, cause I just I don't know if it's because I haven't read any of his other books, so I don't know what I was like expecting. So like I just wasn't sure what was going to happen. It's like, are they going to like find her dead, and then the rest of the book is just like them recovering from that?
Recovering from the trauma.
Yeah, or something like that. Like
I
the
think
mystery
she'd be
continues
alive,
after
except
the death.
I thought that she was gonna come back with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
When Q finds that message, I thought she was going to kill herself.
Yeah, that's
Oh, what? There was one point where I thought she was gonna kill herself because she said,
all her strings broke.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
there was something like that, and it was like, well, what?
yeah.
So, what did you guys think of the movie? I gave it a 90%. I liked it. It was my favorite movie adaptation, but it was good. In my
Yeah, I honestly I have mixed feelings about it. I thought it was a great movie. Um, there were certain things where like my sister and I saw it together, and so like there were parts where we would just like look at each other like, and she's like, I don't approve of this. And I'm like, yeah, I don't approve of this either. Like when what's her name came with them.
Oh, Angela,
Yes.
Like it ended up
I
being
didn't like that.
great, but like it just bothered me because
Yeah,
that didn't happen in the book. And
I had the same feeling because it was like, I don't mind her coming, but I liked the way they did it in the book, and she didn't come in the book. Like, I understood. I
yeah,
read this thing about it, and it was like, well, the book is very like male centric, and there's like one girl, I don't remember her name, but at the like, so
yeah.
obviously adding another girl in, but I was like,
Because it was like she's a somewhat irrelevant character that they tried to make relevant, you know.
yeah,
And I mean the whole road trip was just funnier in the book, you
yeah.
know, because
Well,
they're
well,
well, well
I liked it overall. The road trip was like my
yeah,
favorite.
yeah.
What did you think of the movie, Sam?
I would give it like a 3.5 stars. It wasn't.
Percentage?
Uh, I'd
Just
say
a
like.
3?
I don't even know. Like it was a good movie, but not a great adaptation. That's definitely the best way of putting it. I did like in the where they were stopping at that gas station, and we saw Ansel Elgort.
Yeah,
Just a little.
yeah. I just heard Emma whispering, "Of course."
No, but like it was funny because in the book they he talks about like how they were like, well, then you go to the man behind the register, and he was like, it could be a woman, and then it turned out
Yeah,
it was a woman, and I was like, I'm willing to accept the change for Ansel to be in the movie. 'Cause that scene was just great. The thing was, I knew it was gonna happen before it happened, so I wasn't as shocked as I could have been.
oh, yeah.
But
I didn't
I
know it
still
was gonna
really
happen.
enjoyed it because I didn't know when he was gonna come in. I just knew he would have a cameo, and it was great.
I love how they kept the line. It's still pretty weird though, or whatever it was when they were at in the book. It was Walmart when he said like this isn't as weird as it looks to the cashier.
Oh yeah.
Like it's still pretty weird though. Yeah.
What was your favorite part in the movie, like compared to the book? Road trip. 5 ever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the movie had more of a resolution to it, you know.
I didn't like
Not-
that.
I know I'm not happy that it was so different from the book, but it's still more resolved, you know. And I hate myself for liking it because it, it kind of goes against what I believe in, but yeah. I don't know. It's been a while. I saw it when it came out, and I read the book like a week before that.
Yeah.
So there's some things that I don't remember. But
What do you think was your favorite part in the movie, Sam?
This is just like random, but I really liked Ruthie in the movie, Margot's sister.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
She just
Hey.
seems so
yeah,
like a little Margot personality.
Yeah. I think that the road trip, the stop, that was my favorite.
well, yeah, yeah.
I
I
liked the
mean,
book a lot. Like that was my favorite part in the book before I even saw the movie. And then I saw it on the screen, and I was like, "This is great." Like, I had the issue that Angela was there, so they didn't have that whole plan.
and
Like,
that it was before prom.
that's with the plan
Yeah.
because they were supposed to do these things, and then they never ended up getting Radar another shirt and stuff. But
And then they ended up going back on a bus and left him there.
I didn't like that. Like
I didn't like that either because that really bothered me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I could deal with the Margot ending. Like I could deal with that different sort of ending, but
Yeah, that was something that I just
had to make it so that they could get back in time for prom instead of going right after graduation and it being like she's only going to be there for a certain amount of time.
Right.
Yeah.
I liked her being there for a certain amount of time versus we have to get back.
And also that makes it like much more like I don't know how to describe. Like I guess like it's just much more intense, you know, because
she's gonna leave.
Versus like the love of his life disappearing forever, you know?
Yeah, like she's gonna leave and she'll be gone. And versus
she'll be gone.
Prom.
Yeah.
Prom. He didn't even want to go to prom.
Yeah, he didn't even want to go to prom. They made him go to prom.
I didn't like that change.
Yeah.
It bothered me because then they were like, well, we'll leave you here if you really want to stay because we gotta get back in time for prom, guys.
And then the whole thing that like Lacey said about like if she were really my friend, she wouldn't have done this or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's like they never made up over it, you know.
Because in the book, like Shelly shouted at her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like in the book, they agree that they're going to keep in touch and see each other again, and then just like in the movie, they have. It's like Hugh has to choose between Margot and his friends, and those are just like separate rewards in themselves.
Yeah. I didn't like that.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not even sure if he ended up telling them about how he found Margot.
Yeah, like, did he? All I know is that, like, he goes back and then he gets into the prom room and starts, like, dancing this really dopey, whatever it was, in slow motion.
Well, I read this article, as I've already said.
1 second.
And I'm like, it's great that we have a slow-mo dance scene at prom. And I was like, because it was talking about the changes that they liked in the movie. And I was like, I don't like the slow-mo dance scene at prom.
Yeah.
They could have already gone to prom before they went. Because also, you didn't really explain the whole, them not having any shirts. Like, why'd you need to buy them shirts?
Yeah, it's like yeah. That's the thing. In the book, there was, like, a solid reason for why they needed shirts.
Yeah.
In the movie, there wasn't. It's like, oh, I need to change my shirt.
I think that's because Ben had those cans, and then they bumped.
Oh,
right.
That was gross.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. So, what are some things that you think are okay that they like left out in the movie?
I don't know if there is anything. I mean,
Maybe changed or something.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I honestly didn't mind that much how they changed Margot's ending, you know? Like, I didn't like how they changed the road trip and how they changed that the friends went back and that whole thing, but I really, like, the ending of the book just bothered me because it's like, what's going to happen? Like, are they ever going to talk to each other again? Are they ever going to see each other again? You know, that whole thing. For some reason, I found the movie just much more reassuring, you know?
Right.
So, yeah.
What do you think, Sam?
This is the littlest thing that I noticed, and it bears no impact whatsoever, but in the book, with the soup, when she goes to Mississippi, she just leaves an M-I-S-N-P, and then in the movie, she just...
He actually spelled out Mississippi in the soup.
Yeah, yeah. Also, doesn't she spell differently in the movie, like with the capitalization? Because in the book, it's just that she capitalizes the beginning of the words. In the movie, she just randomly capitalizes letters in the word.
No, I think she randomly capitalizes.
Oh, alright.
I liked how they did that shopping scene in the movie with all showing what they were gonna get and like the lists and everything and the capitalization and stuff.
Yeah.
What I didn't like about the beginning was because they like sort of skipped some stuff that they did in the book. Like they didn't go to SeaWorld. SeaWorld.
Yeah, that really bothered me. Yeah.
Yeah. Because then he's like, I don't want to do any breaking or entering. And they didn't get the
And the
whole
whole thing where they swam across the moat or whatever it was.
yeah.
Yeah, I was really looking. That was like one of the biggest things I was looking forward to, and then it wasn't in it.
And then like I don't know, they didn't do a lot of stuff they did in the book. Like they did her car all up with the plastic wrap or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But they didn't do the whole catfish slam down the thing.
I know. I
And
was
I
so
mean,
disappointed.
that bothered me.
Oh, I had a weird connection problem just now. So and what was the thing where like she left flowers on someone's doorstep or something like that? Was
Oh, it was the person who told her about Jace and Becca.
right. Yeah, was that wasn't in the movie, right?
That was in the movie, I think.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. I remember thinking, wait, when's that gonna happen?
Wait, didn't you see it today, Sam?
Yeah, I did. I don't remember it.
I don't remember anything.
Okay.
It's not a couple hours ago.
Like, I don't think that scene was in there, but I might have missed it.
Yeah. Who do you think conveyed their character the best on screen?
I really liked Ben's character. I thought he was hilarious.
Yeah.
Just like he just totally nailed it, you know. Margot wasn't what I pictured her to be like. I thought she was good, but she wasn't the Margot that was in the book, for me at least. But that's just my opinion.
I feel like she was a bit different than in the book.
Like, she has kind of a rougher exterior in the movie, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Who do you think was best portrayed, Sam?
I did like how they did Radar, like, really kind of the rational one and level-headed of the group.
Oh, what else bothered me about the movie? My review is all me complaining about the movie. And I feel like all I do is complain about it. But I liked it. But they didn't have the Omnictionary, really.
Yeah.
There was one scene where you saw it. And
There
it
was like
wasn't
one or
even
two
explained.
scenes in the book. It was like every other chapter they were looking things up in the dictionary.
Like every other page, whenever you talked about radar in the book, Omnictionary reference.
Dictionary, yeah.
But in the movie, you saw it like briefly one time, and it wasn't even explained. I was like, that's like the main point of his character.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah, that is his character's
his
only purpose.
personality.
Like, the movie could have done with him rewriting false articles, and I feel like that would have made such a good little plot line.
Yeah, and that would have made more sense that he like found Margot's response
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
because like he was obsessed with Omnictionary, and then you didn't see that. That's like most of his character. But in the movie, they made most of his character his struggle about telling Angela
Oh, yeah.
about the Black Santas. And
That was great.
I think it was well
I
done.
had to explain to my mom that that was also in the book because she was just like laughing the whole time about the Black Santa.
No, but the great thing about the movie was that you got to see all of them. Like in the book, you
Because
don't
like I had so much trouble picturing that. I was like, what? Black Santas everywhere?
Yeah, like you can't really picture it in the book because in the book it's like, oh yeah, okay, they have lots of Black Santas. Like you can sort of picture it, but
And then
then
how
you
the guy died. The guy who had like the world record for the most Black Santas, he died. So then Radar's parents were going to his house to buy all.
where would they even put them?
When there's a will, there's a way. You know,
No room to sit. Gotta fill all the Black Santas in
you
here.
will put them on the roof.
No, but it was funny to see them all, like, all over the place. All over the place. I thought that was translated really well, except just the fact that that was like his main personality trait in the book. I mean, in the movie, other than him being sort of the one that is knows what he's doing, sort of.
Yeah.
He didn't have the whole other half of his personality. Missing. But I did. I'm gonna go back to what you said, Peter. I liked Ben a lot.
Yeah.
I felt like he was
Unibrow.
what?
He had a semi-unibrow.
Yeah.
Wait, did he?
I felt like he really conveyed Ben.
Yeah.
What was Ben?
Like, he didn't look like I was picturing Ben at all, but at the same time, I could definitely believe that this was what John Green was picturing when he wrote it.
That's
Yeah.
exactly how I felt. Cause like it was, I don't know. I don't know how I pictured Ben in the book, but now if you actually think about it, I could totally picture him being Ben.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet if I were to read it over again, he would look like Ben. I don't know if Cara Delevingne would look like Margot or
Yeah.
vice versa. I just don't know. And probably the other characters too, but I don't know. Him definitely.
I pictured Q a bit differently. I don't know. I felt like he wasn't as good looking as Nat Wolff. Like he felt like he was chubby in the book and everything, but it's
Yeah.
like no. Like I
Okay,
thought
well,
he played his character well.
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know how I pictured him in the book because I knew who would be playing him, you know?
Yeah, I knew who would be playing him, so I sort of saw him that way. But at the same time, I felt like he was fatter and stuff because he was at one point he's like, "I'm like fat and no one wants to go out with me or whatever," and I was like, "Okay." You didn't really convey that in the movie.
I actually might have had Nat Wolf play Ben. I think that would have had a bit of
What?
chemistry. Like, but I didn't really have an image for Q at all. Just generic.
He's just kind of there, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
quick
cause
question.
like
What was the Pokemon song in the book?
It was not,
no,
but it should
That
have
was
been.
like the best part. Yeah, if you want to know what my
that part.
favorite part of the movie was, that was my favorite part. Because
Yeah, no, I like.
like right from the beginning, they were singing the Pokemon song, and like my sister and I started laughing, and then people were just like, "What? What's so funny?" And then they got to the chorus, and everyone like
Yeah.
lost it.
I liked how they did that in the book. I mean, in the movie, because that was a good change.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, because I feel like, just going back to the discussion about Nat Wolff being Q, that I feel like since he's the one narrating the book, sort of, you don't really describe him because he's the narrator,
Yeah.
and you don't look at yourself
Yeah.
generally. Like, you're not going to spend a whole paragraph, I'm 6'5", dark brown hair. But, yeah. What were we talking about before?
What?
The Pokemon song. I liked that.
Right.
I liked that
Yeah.
change.
And then what was it that happened after that? So, like they heard some noise, right?
Oh, I didn't like the thing. Well, I liked it, but I didn't like it at the same time. It was like the change, like in the book.
Oh, that the guy didn't come.
What? Oh, yeah, they didn't. I was expecting them to come, but they did it like they just saw the writing on the wall, like it was right there. And in
Yeah.
the book, it was more like you've got to shine the light, not direct. I understood what that,
So, yeah.
Just
but
really
she tried to
wondering
cover
if-
everything up, and she did it in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's that.
Here, do we have any comments? I mean, we
Ask
haven't
us
really
questions.
gotten any comments on our other live shows, right? But
Right.
Ask us questions if you want.
yeah, ask like any questions. If
Penny.
you think it's stupid. Just ask it.
Yeah, we don't care.
So
Yeah.
like anything about
The book. It's gotta be about the book. Keep that in mind.
okay.
Do you have a question, Sam, that you want us to just talk about?
Just like a weird thing, like this time for some of it I was trying to picture Cara Delevingne as Margot and I was actually kind of getting into it and I feel like that made it a bit easier for me to picture to accept her as Margot when I was watching the movie.
Yeah. Hold on a sec.
Yeah.
This is gonna fly. Okay. There we go. Yeah. I tried to picture them as the characters. Like when I was reading it, I didn't really see the guy who played Ben. I didn't see him as Ben. But once I saw him in the movie, like once I saw him act, because I
Yeah,
read,
it worked.
yeah, I saw the trailer right after I read the book, and you know how they like walked down the hallway and you saw all three of them, and I was like, he didn't really look like him. But
Yeah.
then you saw him act, and it was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
go man.
Yeah.
What else should we talk about?
Was it just me, or did you guys think that Ben and Radar looked younger than senior year?
Yeah, some of them looked young.
A bit younger. But the thing is, there are kids in my sister's class who look like that.
Yeah, I felt like they didn't look
I
their
think the thing is, they often cast
older.
older people as high schoolers, and so I guess, like, I don't know, I guess people look younger in movies.
Well, that's like
That's a
in
fair point.
Vampire Diaries, they're all supposed to be in high school for like the first 2 or 3 seasons, but they're all like 30. And they in no way look like they're in high school,
Yeah.
but, but they're acting like they are. Sort of fun.
I love it when they do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate it, but it's hilarious.
Oh, okay. So the guy, I'm just looking this stuff up on my phone.
Yeah.
The guy who plays Ben, he is 18.
Oh, there you go.
Spot on.
And then the guy who plays Radar, he doesn't have an age. Thanks,
Oh.
this person. He's 5'10", though. I know
I
that.
think he looked like a senior. I think.
He doesn't look that
Could've
old.
He looked like he could have been. I don't know.
Wild. Yeah, I don't know. I liked how they did it.
Yeah.
Nat Wolf obviously looked older than everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah. How old is he?
He's 20. He's only
Oh,
2 years older than Ben.
He's not
But-
that much older, but
Yeah.
he did look.
15 older.
He looked like he would just be starting college.
Yeah, but he was in the movie, so.
Yeah.
Like in the book, too. Like, 'cause he's graduating.
Yeah.
And then she's 22, Margot.
Yeah.
Stalking people online. No. And then,
Like about the age that she was meant to be.
what?
Like I felt like Margot had that. Like she looked.
God.
She
about
did
18,
look like, yeah. Yeah.
He looked this right age.
But I feel like something that Kara does well is that I think Margot's supposed to have like this demeanor of someone who's much older because she's so like aloof and mysterious.
Yeah, and she like makes all the plans and everything, and she just sort of
She's
acts older than she is because she thinks she's like a paper person,
Right.
paper town.
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked it. She doesn't have an age either. Would you go see it again? If you had like free tickets, would you go see it again?
If I had free tickets, I guess, yeah.
Or like if it went on Netflix, then would you see it?
With someone who hadn't seen it before, like
Yeah,
if they were
yeah, that's what I'd say.
with them.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with seeing it again, but I wouldn't, like, go out of my way to see it again, you know?
Now would you read the book again?
Yes.
I think so. Yeah, maybe in, like, a year or two.
30 years later, reading the book.
30 years later. No, I think this is something I am going to read again, but not
Not
anytime soon.
Yeah, I liked the movie. I would probably see it again in like a couple years,
Yeah,
like
like
10 years.
when we were seniors.
Oh yeah, when you're a senior, that's a good time.
Yeah, I'm so going on a road trip when I'm a senior.
Yeah,
What, like, right, like missing graduation? Sorry, I can't go. I've got to go on this road trip.
like my older brother actually did that. He like graduated and then went cross country.
Wow. Oh, so he did graduate though. He got like the graduation stuff and everything. He didn't just leave before
Yeah,
graduation.
yeah. And he like I can't remember what I was going to say.
Your brother went cross country.
Like he had a couple of exams after graduation, but 1 second, sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, my AC is going too. That might be in the background. Forgot.
Yeah, like I remember during the Raven Boys live show when I was at that
Yeah, that's the
that
thing.
place. I was so unhappy that I had to be there. I was like, I had this live show scheduled. I can't just do this now. And it was a family thing, so I kind of had to go. But yeah, I ended up making it. I remember we were having the Wi-Fi problems, but
Oh,
I ended up making it.
So now, just since you talked about the Raven Boys live show, what's your favorite book out of the 4 that we've read?
Or the Raven Boys.
yeah, I'd say Paper Towns. This was like one of my this was in the top 3 books from last year, definitely.
For last year.
Yeah.
Well, rating wise, it's still, I think, the Red Pyramid. But I think since that's like a series, and Rick Riordan, I'm not gonna count that one. And I think this one actually has the same rating as the Raven Boys. So there's that. I don't know. I liked this one in the means that it's a contemporary and it was done really well. But I don't know. Like both. Shadow and Bone. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I might
That one at
change my
89.
rating for Shadow and Bone. I don't know.
I think I liked that one maybe more.
It was a very interesting book, you know, and I appreciated like the uniqueness of the cultures and all that.
That's all the books we read, guys.
Yeah.
We just pick good.
Honestly, I didn't like the Red Pyramid as much as the Percy Jackson books. I mean, I love Egyptian mythology. I love all kinds of mythology. Apparently, he also wrote a Nordic mythology series or
That's
something.
coming out October 7th.
Yeah.
I might be going to the thing in Boston.
Awesome. But yeah, I wasn't super crazy about it. It was good because, you know, Rick Riordan's just a good writer.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like I didn't like it as much as Boys or Paper Towns.
Like, I liked it, but it was sort of I love everything Rick Riordan writes. So, like, it's not as good as all those other things he's written, but I liked it. And this one was I really like it. No reason.
Yeah.
I like Shadow and Bone too.
Yeah.
It was.
I'm the Raven Boys.
It definitely had like a high interest level.
Yeah, I feel like since this one was like the first contemporary book we read, it was good.
Yeah, I haven't disliked any of the books so far.
Right.
And hopefully, because I'm not going to be able to do the next 2 live shows, hopefully there'll be books I don't like. So that, and then after that, it'll be books I like again. But yeah.
I'm gonna do all the live shows, so hopefully I like all
They
the.
have to be books you like.
What?
So they have to be books you like.
Yeah.
I feel like often we have more to say about the books that we don't like than the books that we like.
Yeah, I found that because when I was doing my bookshelf tour, I would say why I disliked some of them, and then why I liked. I didn't really talk about the ones I liked. I talked about the ones I didn't like.
Mm.
But I liked this one a lot. Any final thoughts that you want to say about the book?
Um, it's a
Um,
good John Green book. It's a good like intro into realistic contemporary, I think.
Oh, also, since we're talking about John Green, because it's his book, what have you read any other John Green books? If so, is it rated higher or lower than this one?
I haven't. So
Good job.
yeah, yeah.
So now, are you going to read another John Green?
Yes, definitely.
Which one?
I don't know. I'm thinking looking for Alaska and The Fault in Our Stars. I don't know, is The Fault in Our Stars extremely depressing? Because I don't like extremely depressing
It's
books.
not. It's uplifting and good, and then you get to the end and you're sort of sad,
Is
but
it
it's
maybe the
good.
same book,
I feel
Bridget?
like it's just one of those books where, like, eventually it's going to be considered like a classic, and everyone has to read it,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, it's
Um,
really good. I liked it, but like, it's sad. I got to the end and I just sort of had tears streaming down my face.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like a good sad. Like, it was a good book
So
sad.
you were satisfied at the end.
Yeah, like it made me happy.
More so than with this?
It was a better ending than this one.
Awesome, cool.
Not
Cool.
better
I
in the
will
way
read
that it
it.
was better, but like
It's like
more,
deeper.
more concluding.
The thing is, I know what happens,
Sad.
so, like, yeah. Because, the media.
Well,
um,
that's like I was going to read it. Oh, now I've got a shadow on me.
but,
I
I
was
kind
going
of
to
think
read
this
it,
at the
and then
beginning.
I heard this girl talking about it in the hallway, and she was like, "Oh yeah, blah 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 blah," and I was just like,
Oh, yeah, blah, 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 blah.
she was talking to her friend about it, and I was just sort of like, no. Do I want this light on? No. Just kidding. No light.
But I kind of said this at the beginning, but, I knew that John Green was a good writer and stuff. 'Cause, I mean, he's like,
John Green.
he wouldn't be like that popular for no reason. So I knew he was good, but I didn't expect to like personally like his style as much as I did.
Oh yeah, you don't generally like loud books.
Yeah, yeah. I tend to like a lot of like older books,
This one.
but
You would like this one.
yeah, I want to read that. It sounds
I'm
really
reading
good.
it right now. It's good. You would like it. I know you would like it.
I'm doing that thing like where I'm not starting a new series unless it's for this.
Oh yeah.
So,
But I think. Oh, Sam, you didn't say how many John Green books have you read, and
oh,
where are they ranked compared to this one?
I read this, of course, and I checked Fault in Our Stars, and that's also 5 stars, but it's not like as strong. Like it's not as strong a 5 stars as this is. I like this one better. And for book two with that, I'm currently reading Looking for Alaska, and I think I
And so
started.
far, it's better.
No, but I think it's because I'm not liking it because I've done so much John Green stuff lately. Like I reread Paper Towns, and then I saw the movie, and now I'm doing this right now, and just. But it's starting to have like those hints of like
Similarness.
like those early resounding themes that pop up early on, and then just keep coming back.
Mhm.
One thing is that now I don't know if all of his other books are like this, but I needed to take a break from reading after reading this. You know, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, just something about it. I needed to I don't think I really read anything else after that until I saw the movie, which was like maybe 5-ish days later. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I tend to like once I finish a book, then I just pick up a new one. But and then I just kind of like might take a break from reading that one. But with this, I hadn't read anything until after I saw the movie. I don't know.
Did you see the movie really soon after?
Yeah, I think like maybe 5 days after, maybe a little less. I don't remember. It
I
was in
thought.
the same week,
Uh,
I
I
think.
thought
Wait,
I
no,
read.
no, it wasn't in the same week.
I read this during the duodecathon, and then I had to read Huckleberry Finn. and that.
Right, yeah, I read this before, no, after the first duodecathon. I thought I got the dates mixed up. So I read this in like 3 days, and then I was like, yeah, I did it for the first duodecathon, and then like, it was
Kidding.
over. Yeah. So,
Yeah. I don't know. I've read The Fault in Our Stars and then this one, and I liked The Fault in Our Stars. Like, I didn't have my rating system back then, so I don't know what I actually rated it like based on that. I gave it 5 stars, and I don't know. This one had much lighter feel to it than that one. Like that one had lighter feels at parts, but it is sad because of the topics it's dealing with. Whereas this one's like, find Margot, road trip.
yeah, after reading this, I like wanted to go everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
It's
how
like,
I
I
felt
want
after
to go
reading.
on a road trip.
so
Yeah, I felt like road tripping after, but I was like, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah.
one thing that I realized is that for some reason, I think it's because I reread it one more time than I reread Paper Towns in the past year and a half. Like I find myself more attached to the people in The Fault in Our Stars than I am in Paper Towns because I feel like I'm not trying to say this in a bad way, but I feel like there's more to them.
I feel like it's because there's less characters to focus on in The Fault in Our Stars. So like there's like 2 main characters, and then there's like 1 or 2, or like there's like 3 or 4 lesser side characters that you focus on. Like
Right.
I don't even remember his name.
Is it Van Houten?
No, no,
Um,
Ansel Elgort. I don't know his name. Augustus.
Augustus.
His
I thought you
parent
might be
gives him.
talking about Augustus, but then I thought, no, no.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I knew it was like something like that, but like you know his parents, and then you know her parents, and then you know like their friend. Nat Wolff played him. I don't remember his name either.
Okay, there's this really messed up picture that showed him, like with the sunglasses on. And it said, "Roses are black, violets are black, everything is black. I am blind."
Oh my god.
No, but I don't know. I feel like the movie was better for The Fault in Our Stars too, and
Okay.
I don't know.
Like it preserves a
I
lot of.
like Fault in Our Stars movie was like a 95% on my scale. It was
I need to read The Fault in Our Stars.
like they did a really good job of it. They had more changes than The Fault in Our Stars, and I can understand why because it's sort of more complex with the characters and what's happening.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I was like, how are they going to adapt this into a movie? Because it's sort of the sort of format and pace of the book isn't something that you could really easily adapt. So
Yeah,
given that, I think they did a good job, but I still didn't like a lot of the things that they changed.
Like I had a hard
yeah,
time trying to focus on the movie because at this point, the book and the movie are really kind of separate entities, and it's not like that with The Fault in Our Stars. With The Fault in Our Stars, they're still the same,
both.
like basic essence
They
You
to
have
can
it.
the
either
same.
read the book or watch the movie or do both, and they're still The Fault in Our Stars 100%, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Like they barely left anything out for The Fault in Our Stars.
They cut out Hazel's other friend, but
Yeah, but like they cut out stuff that you could see cutting out, and it wasn't as big of a deal to me for some reason. But for this one, it was like I felt like there were some parts, and I was just like, why did you leave that out? Yeah, I don't know. I liked both of the books for what they were, versus like because they're both sort of in different genres of contemporary. I feel like this one's more fun and road trippy, as I've already said, and that one sort of deals with more serious topics. I feel like I'm just sort of repeating myself, but
Yeah.
like
they
I
have
get it.
different tones to them. But they're still John Green. Like they're John Green, but different.
Honestly, I
Yeah,
feel like the fact that he can do such a great job on both of these when they're so like branched out from each other That is talent right there. I think.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like it would be interesting to see him like write a fantasy book or something. I don't
I
know
bet
how
he
that
could
would
do
turn
it.
out, but that would be really cool.
I bet he could do it. Like,
Yeah. John Green, if you're watching this, write a
We challenge
fantasy
you.
book.
he is obviously watching this, right?
Oh
Wasn't
yeah.
he
Of
like your
course.
first subscriber, Bridget?
Yeah.
Yeah. You two are like this. But yeah, I think he's one of those people that could really like write in any genre and make it work, you know, because he just has that style that just,
Ability.
you know, that can appeal to
Like I
anyone.
think it would flow well too, because like he has this way of writing that like everything sort of connects and it flows really nicely, and you just really enjoy it.
Yeah, I feel like, we look back on books like, say, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn or whatever, and like that's, sort of classic literature. And I feel like books like this, the John Green books, will kind of be like the classic literature in decades, from now.
Like I feel
I
like
like this one a lot better than Huck Finn.
But yeah, yeah. I haven't actually read Huck Finn. I'm going to read it soon. But
Oh, it's a struggle.
yeah, I've read parts of Tom Sawyer, and I wasn't super crazy about the style. Um,
I couldn't get into it at the beginning, and I was like, I have to finish this. This sucks.
I haven't read any. I might have read Twain before. I don't think I have though.
I
I've
think
seen his house.
I liked Mark Twain, but I wasn't like from what I've read of his writing, I'm not super crazy about his style.
Yeah, I feel like just talking about modern classics, there's like Harry Potter for
Oh
like
yeah.
fantasy and stuff. There's some books that you know are going to be like classics. Like Mistborn is probably going to be pretty great because
Yeah,
that's fantastic. And it's written in a style like sort of The Hobbit, like not like The Hobbit, but
that's awesome.
I not like The Hobbit, but like it's high fantasy, so there's all these different elements. So it's sort of similar in a way, not really. Don't know.
Yeah.
But like I feel like it could be a classic sort of like that. I feel like some John Green books are like really great, so they like it depends on which one, but
I mean,
maybe.
looking for Alaska, they use that in schools, right? No, and there's
Do
like
they?
paper towns. Yeah, I think so. I think they're using them in
They
schools.
used paper towns in my school,
Oh,
but then like it was like you get to choose which book you want to read, and I
uh,
was gonna read Catching Fire, but no one else wanted to read Catching Fire, so I didn't. I read The Book Thief; it was really good, but I think that's why I heard the girl talking with the other girl about how no, it might have been The Fault in Our Stars,
oh,
some John Green book. That's why they were probably talking about it. Oh yeah, such and such happened to this character. No. But John Green has a style that I could see becoming classic. Any last thoughts that you want to talk about the book?
I hope he writes more because I haven't
I
heard
think,
anything about him writing more books. I'm gonna look it
well,
up
he's
right
got a
now.
lot going on, doesn't he?
I think he's written.
He
I
wrote
think he's written like 5 or 6 books, right? And a couple of them
I
are
can
with
look it
other
up.
authors.
there's Paper Towns, there's Fault in Our Stars, there's Looking for Alaska, there's An Abundance of Catherines, and I think that was his first book.
Yeah.
There
No,
was
Looking for
another
Alaska
Looking
was
for
his first
Alaska.
book, I believe.
And then there's Will Grayson, which it alternates point of view, and he wrote one of those points of view, and I
Yeah.
think that's
He
pretty
did
cool.
that with a couple books, right? Where
There's
he.
another book,
So,
and I saw it, and I was like, oh, that looks good.
Is it Let It
Okay,
Snow?
let's see how many books he has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7.
Oh,
7.
Yeah. Oh, just a funny fact about John Green books. I was I was at my house and my mom's friend came to pick me up, and I was showing her my bookshelf, and she said that her daughter had read one of his books, and she was pointing out The Fault in Our Stars, and she was like, I think she read the next book in the series too. And it was sort of just like it's a standalone. There's no other book after The Fault in Our Stars.
That's funny.
That really happened.
You know what
We
would
should
be
write a series.
okay, Bridget? Have you read Fangirl? Did you read that?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know, like Rainbow, like there's that book that they always talk about. Like there's that Simon Snow book, I think,
Leon,
and she's writing that in real life.
August 6th. What?
Like she's writing that book in real life,
Yeah.
and so now I
Carry
would like
on.
I would like to see that book from The Fault in Our Stars. I think that would be a good.
Oh yeah, true. And then I would like to see like a follow-up to this one, like a sequel about Margaret,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
she goes from there.
Even if it's like a short story,
Yes.
that'd still be, yeah.
Good.
A novella about Radar's parents' trip to Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yes.
So let's just say what our next book is. For
Oh,
next month is The Whispers of the Fallen.
okay then.
It had 3 votes, and then I think it was Mistborn and Narnia that had 1 vote each.
Yeah, I voted for Narnia.
I don't remember what I voted for.
I didn't vote. I was like, I don't care whatever anyone chooses.
Yeah,
Because...
it's funny, I voted for Narnia and then I'm like, wait, why am I doing this? I'm not going to be in the live show, so
Oh
why do I
no,
want to like vote for a book that I like?
it was Narnia and Red Rising that both had 1 vote, and then Mistborn didn't have anything. And then Whispers of the Fallen had 3, so we're going to be reading that one. I was fine with any of them because I own all of them, so I was like, yeah.
I might tune in on the live show if I have time for that.
Ask us questions.
Yeah, I'll like leave all the comments. I don't think I'm going to read the book because I have like so many books on my
You
reading
ask us
list. I
questions
just wanna
anyway.
check
Who's
based
your
on.
favorite character? What's your favorite part?
Yeah, right.
I've got
Well,
like
I
two,
don't know, if
three
you guys
things.
say anything, I might leave like a comment about that or whatever, so that you can just kind of propel off of it. But yeah,
Yeah, and then Alex couldn't join us for this one. Alex from the Book Buzz, she couldn't join us because she had testing, so I hope she did well.
yeah.
I told her good luck, but she was upset that she couldn't make it because she was like so excited, and then her test got changed to today. It was a bummer.
Mm,
What's her channel name?
the books.
The Book Buzz.
It
And
had
then
books.
Molly from Magical Molly is going to also be joining us next month, so those 2 will be joining us. And Peter will be leaving us for
But
next
I'll still
couple
be
months.
creating the thumbnails.
Yeah, he's still making thumbnails because
My oh
got
so
off on.
amazing thumbnails.
Yeah, but I think it'll be fun. We've got 2 more people coming and 1 person going for a while. And
Yeah,
then we'll figure out from there who's going to be on the live shows next.
we can like rotate and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, awesome.
So everyone go pick up Whispers of the Fallen, and we will see you guys next month. We will release the
Yes.
date later on because we've got to get everyone coordinated so that we all have a date that works because school's starting and everything next month, the end of this month, which sucks, but it'll take away our time. So we'll see you guys next month, and just keep updated. I'll have it in my description box if you want to see when the next live show will be, or just we'll mention it in our videos. So there's that. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.